Hello students, welcome to BioWhisper with Manas. So on this particular planet, which we term as Earth, we have human beings, cats, dogs on one hand, whereas we have books, cars, mobiles on another hand. So these are termed as living beings as they possess the structural and functional unit of life, while the non-living ones don't possess these things. So now tell me, what is the structure and functional unit of life? Naturally, you know the answer. That's cell for you. So today we are going to discuss about cell and its various aspects. So all the living beings have a structural organization. We have cell, similar group of cells which perform similar functions are known as tissues. From tissues, we have organs, combination of tissues, organs. Then we have the organ system, and finally an organism comes into existence. So as far as cells are concerned, cell may be unicellular or multicellular. Unicellular, that means it is composed of one cell. Multicellular, composed of more than one cell. Here the examples are bacteria. Then we have amoeba, paramecium, and here we have cats, dogs, humans. So the unicellular organism or the single cell, it is capable of carrying out all the functions required by the organism. So it conducts all the functions required by the organisms, and it has its independent existence. While here we have division of labor, different organs, they perform different functions. Now let us discuss about some facts related to the cell discovery, and then we will move towards the cell theory. So, which is the largest cell? On this particular earth, it's of ostrich, that means the egg of ostrich egg. Largest cell in humans, it's ovum or egg. A smallest cell in human beings, that's the sperm for you. And last but not the least, the longest cell found in human beings. What is it? It's the branched and long one, the nerve cell or neuron. As far as the discovery of the cell is concerned, it was Robert Hooke who observed the bark of a plant. While observing, he found that there were many dead cells in it and or compartments in it, and he termed them as cells. Cell means a little room. So it was Robert Hooke who had discovered the cell, but he had discovered the dead ones. 9 years later, he had discovered in 1665. 9 years later, in 1674, What happened? A.V. Leeuwenhoek, he observed in ponds certain living bacteria. Living bacteria. So the first living cells were discovered by A.V. Leeuwenhoek in 1674. In 1831, another important discovery was made in the form of nucleus, and it was Robert Brown who had done so. Now let us move forward, now to discuss about cell theory. What is cell theory? Cell theory was propounded by two German scientists. Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann. Matthias Schleiden conducted his study on plants and observed that plant consisted of many cells. Theodor Schwann continued his study on animals, and he found that the animal cell had an outer covering, and he termed it as plasma membrane. He further conducted his experiments on plant, and he found that the plants had an additional outer covering, which he termed as cell wall. But the main question was still there. Where did the cells arise from? So it was Rudolf Virchow in 1955 who gave the answer. He told all the cells arose from pre-existing cells. All the cells arose from or arise from pre-existing cells. He gave the maximum omnis cellula a cellula. So what does the cell theory postulate or tell us? That all organisms are composed of cell and cell products. And all cells arise from pre-existing cells. Now let us have a overview of the cell in particular. So in this cell we have nucleus. This is the nuclear membrane, double nuclear. Then we have the nucleolus, and here we have the DNA. So this one is a nucleus, and attached to it is endoplasmic reticulum. Here also we have the endoplasmic reticulum, and here we find some granules attached to it, ribosomes attached to it. So it is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum, and this one is known as ACR, a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Here we have the nucleus, the whole one. After that we have the Golgi complex. Then we have the most important one, mitochondria. And then we have chloroplast. Okay, this is the chloroplast. Then we have the lysosome, vacuole, and ribosomes. So lysosome or lysosome, whatever you like to call. Then we have the vacuole, and this one we has a ribosome. So let us discuss some important facts. First, we will discuss about double membrane bound organelles. Then with DNA. Then single membrane bound organelles without DNA. Non-membrane bound organelles. So we will discuss three of them. So double membrane bound organelles. First, nucleus. Then we have mitochondria. After that, it's chloroplast, usually found in plants. Double membrane bound, single membrane bound organelles. So we have ER, endoplasmic reticulum here. Then we have Golgi complex, lysosome. Then we have vacuole, etc. Non-membrane bound organelles without any membrane, that's ribosome. And in animals we have centrosome. These were some of the things which we studied. Now let us discuss about DNA and ribosome. So in prokaryotes and in eukaryotes, what's the arrangement of DNA? And what we have ribosome here. So here the DNA, it's naked DNA without any membrane. And the site where this naked DNA is found is known as nucleoid. Here we have DNA surrounded by nuclear membrane. So this one we have well defined nucleus. Nucleus is surrounded by nuclear membrane, and here the ribosomes 70S and here the ribosomes are 80S. That is site. Now let us discuss about cell size and shape. After that we will discuss about prokaryotes and eukaryotes, their difference. So the smallest cell found on this particular planet is of mycoplasma, which is 0.3 micrometers or microns in size. The bacteria normally consists of 1 to 3 micrometer. Then we have RBC 7.0 micrometer. Generally the prokaryotes, they are 1 to 2 micrometers in size, and eukaryotes, these are something around 10 to 20 micrometers in size. Here bacteria 3 to 5 micrometers in size. Okay. 3 to 5 micrometers in size. So now let us discuss the shape of RBC, erythrocytes, WBC, leukocytes, then the neuron or nerve cell, then we have the tracheids, after columnar cells or mesophyll cells. So RBC, round and biconcave, WBC, irregular shape or amoeboid shape, neurons, long and branched, tracheids, elongated, columnar cells, long and narrow, mesophyll cells found in leaf, circular as well as oval, circular and oval. So that's the shape. Now finally we will discuss about difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. First, the size 1 to 2 micrometers, and here we have 10 to 20 micrometers. Does it have well-defined nucleus? It doesn't have. It has membrane bound organelles. It doesn't have. It has. That's the size for you. Ribosomes. In prokaryotic cell we have 70S. In eukaryotic we have 80S. Chromosomes. This one is single and this one as double. Chromosome single, double. Then division or multiplication. It's faster, it's slower. So the examples here are amoeba, paramecium, bacteria. What the here examples here are human beings, cats, dogs. So far we have studied about some facts about cell. We will continue this particular lecture in the next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.